All right. So Trump and Iran. So just to clarify, um, I did vote for him. Uh, all three times. Um, I'd definitely rather have him in there than Kamala or Biden or Hillary. So I am every day that I look into these world events and what the way of our country right now, and I am a firm believer that I love my country, but I hate my government. Um, I'm not saying that I would do anything like revolt or try to assassinate anybody, nothing like that. Just I hate that we have politicians who go out and be like, yeah, it's going to be American first. It's going to be, no new wars. Gas prices are going to get, go way down, and he's not doing it. I'm extremely disappointed, and I know a lot of folks who voted for him, like I did, are disappointed as well. Um, but at the same time, I have to objectively look at things like the Venezuela raid and look at the reason why we're going after Iran. And I personally believe that Iran should have gotten their stuff knocked in back in the 70s whenever they took American hostages. It should have happened then. We should have just steamrolled them and been done with it. Put a new leader or new government in charge there. But I understand why that didn't happen. Um, Being the fact that Vietnam was very much in everybody's forethoughts and whatnot. But we should have hit them then. And if we had him then, they wouldn't be as strong as they are now, and they wouldn't have the time to accumulate, and we'd be in this world stage as we are now because of everything. Um, I've heard something where they said that Iran was like days away from a nuclear weapon. Whether or not that's true or not, I don't know. Um, I definitely agree they shouldn't have a nuke. I don't think any country that's ran by religious zealots and extremism that have consistently undermined uh, peace within the Middle East, whether that's training terrorists or funding terrorist groups or you know helping to plot out attacks. I think they should have been knocked out way back in the 70s. Now that we're in a war with them now, do I agree that we should have done it? It's a real hard pill to swallow for me. You know, I miss GWAT, and I definitely don't think I'm for war. I'm definitely not pro war, but I am pro American, and I do know for a fact that a lot of casualties in GWAT came either directly or indirectly from Iran. So it's a real hard one there. Um, and then we had I forget his title in the government or what he was in the government. He resigned, but he said that Iran was not a imminent threat. Well, I don't know. Maybe not imminent threat, but they were a threat, and they were a constant flea in the side of the United States. And yeah, I don't know. It's I'm kind of like 50-50 on it. Like, yeah, we needed to deal with it. I'm tired of seeing gas prices go way up. I'm tired of hearing about Americans dying because of Iran and their proxies. Now, do I think it's Israel warmongering? I mean, yeah, they are warmongering. I mean, that's pretty apparent. But besides the fact that, besides the fact of Israel, Iran has been an issue for the United States for, before I was even born. So, yeah, I don't. I think it should have. I think it should have been done sooner. Should have been done now. I don't think there's ever going to be the perfect time for anything. There's not going to be that, golden aura of, hey, this is the time. This is the place here now. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's needed to be done. As far as Venezuela, again, the narco issue there. I've seen. I'll tell you this. I've seen more Americans suffering from narcotics addiction, including members of my own family and some close friends. I've seen them suffer from narcotic addictions more than I've seen from extremism, from Iran or from any Middle East, terrorist organization or terrorist cell or whatever. And Venezuela has a freaking boatload of oil. Now, I mean, I know I'm going to sound like the traditional American going after oil, but you know what? Last time I checked, every country runs on oil in some fashion, whether it's, rubbers or whether it's from, gasoline, whether it's from, medical equipment that's made from petroleum. It's or just the economy is based off of exports of it. Oil is a predominant fixture in our world, our societies. So going after it, yeah, I think that's going to be the key factor for future of our country and our world. I know a lot of environmentalists will have a different opinion about that, and that's fine. They can disagree with me. But I don't think they can even deny the fact that, everything we have in this world in some way is touched by oil. Hell, even the roads, the asphalt, it's a product of oil. So I mean, it's just it's a hard, again, it's one of those hard pills to swallow. It's like, yeah, we wanted the American First Plan. We wanted the American, no new American wars, and then here we are, technically three conflicts, because we did the strike on Iran first. Then we stopped, and then we went to Venezuela. Then we went back to Iran, and now we're talking about like what, Cuba or something like that. Now I was like, I grew up with the mindset from my grandfather, who was in World War II, that America's the good guy. We go after and we fight evil, And I have to kind of wonder if we're the bad guy now, if we're the evil superpower that is the new axis of evil. I hope not. I don't think we are, but every time we do some kind of, you know, strike or some kind of, new war, I don't know if I believe that we are. Um, and again, like I said, I love my country. I love my countrymen and women. Even, it doesn't matter if you're left or right or whatever, but, it's like, I hate the fact that my government does these horrible things and hurts our people by sending us to another war. All the while, we have, you know, serious, major issues in our own country, whether it's, social or economical, whether it's the drug addictions. You look at Philadelphia, for example, there's a famous corner in Philly that is just nothing but drug addicts. You got cops standing right next to them. They don't care. They don't care. They shoot right up next to the police officer. Police officers pretty much told, stand down, let them do their thing. No, you don't do that. You don't sit there and watch your brother, your sister, kill themselves. That's insane. But this is the world we're in, and like I said, I don't know if we're the good guy anymore. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not depressed about it, but it's really sad, and it's really like, I'm scared for the world that I'm leaving behind for my kids. I'm scared that my oldest stepson, he's 18. If we have a major war and there's a draft, he's gone. He doesn't have any issues. He'd be top pick right there. And I don't want that. I don't want my kids to have to go fight a war in someone else's land. That just is not what I want.